After seeing what is happening in Kenya, I can now say Kenya has copied every bad thing from Uganda. I used to have a lot of respect for the police of Kenya, for the soldiers of Kenya, but I am losing respect for the soldiers of Kenya and the police of Kenya. They have copied every wrong thing they always see on TV from Uganda. I always ask myself, the soldiers of Uganda, do they actually know their real duty? Because when teachers are teaching children in school, they will teach you that the soldiers are supposed to protect the state. The state is not the government. The government is different from the state. The government is here to stay for a short time. The government will go one day. The government has been here before Museveni. Museveni's government will go one time. You are supposed to protect the state, and the state is Uganda. But you find, to my dismay, after speaking to some soldiers, not all of them, some of them are still having their mental faculties intact. But most soldiers think their work is to protect Museveni. Most soldiers, so disappointing. You talk to them, they don't know that their work is to protect Uganda, not Museveni. The trainings that they give them has totally distorted their minds. That is one bad thing that I have seen. All soldiers, most soldiers that you speak to, they speak as if the moment they have a gun in their hand, they have bullets in the gun, they think that belongs to Museveni. So they are supposed now to work for Museveni. No! You are working for the civilians. You are protecting people who are at home. You are protecting your mothers, your fathers, your brothers who are not soldiers, whom you left at home. Remember, there was a time you were not a soldier. There was a time you were not a policeman or a policewoman. There was a time you were also home. You went there to protect the state, not the government, because the government will go one day. That is why I regret the day political education was removed from the syllabus of O-level. That was the time Uganda lost it. Because how do you expect a person, a young person of today, who studied senior 4 yesterday, they have not been taught political education, they don't know the difference between the state and the government. They removed it in 2005. Now this lot of soldiers, young soldiers, they have been brainwashed. They think their work is protect Museveni in power. And they think all the life in Uganda started from 1986. They don't know that there was life before 1986. They will be taught that everything that happened was because people used not to love Uganda. They have been given a new definition of patriotism. I really have a lot of anger on the training of our soldiers. They are not trained to know the right thing. They think by keeping Museveni in power, they are really doing their work. No, you are doing a different thing. That is not supposed to be your role. You are supposed to keep the mandate of the state, not the government. That is why when they are burying some people, they call it state burial, but not government burial. Because they are using state resources. Those resources are not from Museveni. That gun is ours. It's for the civilians. Those bullets, they were bought by our money. They don't know this. That is why, yesterday listening to Kiza Besigye, speaking to his people through a phone or whatever, to the PFF, I felt bad. I just realized the reason why some people can give up on Ugandans. If you're not strong, you can give up on Ugandans because of their ignorance. They think everything is given. Do you know that sometimes even elders at home, they will say Museveni is the one paying their salaries? And they are very happy that Museveni is the one paying. It is your money that has been collected somewhere, then you're paid for the work you do. Not Museveni. When will we move away from this Museveni sickness in the minds of Ugandans? When? Every time I listen to people, people are broken. People call them that, these people you see. They call, if they're talking about Acholi, these people of Acholi, this Baganda, this Banyankole, these Karamojongs you see. People don't have a sense of brotherhood. See, people lack it. These Madis. We are not yet a nation up to today, 60 years after independence. We still call it these people. But you go to Kenya, Kenyans will fight together for the interests of the state. Everyone will get up and go to the street to fight for a common cause. That is what we call nationalism, the spirit of nationalism. You don't care whether you're a Kalenjin, whether you're a Luo, whether you're a Maasai, whether you're a Luya. You're Kenyans. The same thing in Tanzania, but in Uganda. There's these Acholis, these Langis, these Karamojo. I don't know the sickness in Uganda. We are not yet a nation, the way Lukwago was saying. So, my brothers, I'm really disappointed, especially in our armed forces. They have been taught the wrong thing. And it is high time, I don't know who will teach them political education again. Because they have lost it. The only thing they are trained to do is to serve one person and the family. That's why some people will look at the ignorance and give up on people. But for some of us, we have already accepted to work for people. We are here to awaken people. That is our biggest goal, to wake up people so that they know the truth.